In this video, I'm going to describe how to make solution to clean your vinyl records and ultimately how to clean them. This is the process I use. That doesn't mean it's the correct way or the only way. This is just what I do. So first I'll go through some of the cleaning products you'll need to make your solution that you'll use to clean your vinyl records, and then I'll talk about how to mix that together. The first thing you're going to need, distilled water, definitely distilled. You can get this at Walmart, any grocery store, Walgreens, CVS, anything like that. Super cheap. The reason you want to use distilled and not tap is because tap water has chemicals, minerals in it that could damage the surface of your record. So you want to make sure you don't use tap water. Get the distilled stuff, use it, it's going to be your best friend. Second item, rubbing alcohol. This is 91% here. You want it to at least be 91%. This is what they sell at Walmart, 87 cents. The higher concentrate of alcohol, the purer the alcohol, the better. This is just what I go with because it's so cheap. You're going to need some kind of dish soap. I go with Ivory. It's very cheap, inexpensive. Ivory's a cheap brand. This is going to go in the solution, and it kind of just soaps the solution up a little bit. The last thing you're going to put in the solution is rinse aid. What this does is it breaks up the surface tension of the water to really allow the water to get down into the grooves of the record, where all the debris and grease and dust, where all that stuff is. So the water can really get down in the surface and into the grooves of the record. To mix this all together, you're going to need a squirt bottle. And you can see I've put two labels on my squirt bottle here. The squirt bottle I got in the kitchen section at Walmart. I think it was 89 cents. So I've got one label here that's 3/4 of the way up, and then another label here right at the top. I just mixed this up earlier. But you're going to want to fill up to the 3/4 fill line with the distilled water. Then you're going to take the rubbing alcohol, fill it all the way up to the full line. And then you're going to take your dish soap, your Ivory dish soap, and just about a 1 second pour into the squirt bottle. Nothing crazy, just about a second. You don't want too much in there. And then with the rinse agent, about 4 or 5 drops in there. That's all you need. Then you're just going to cap it up, swish it around a little bit. You're ready to rock. So there's a couple other products you'll need when you're doing this process. The first is this paint pad here. Now you can kind of see the bristles right on the paint pad there, but there's a lot of little fibers on this. And this thing is perfect because it's got this handle right here on it also, so you can really get a good grip on it. And this goes right on the face of the record. After you squirt your solution on there, you just kind of wring this around the record, and those fibers will really get down into the grooves of the record and clean all the gunk and dust and any grime that's in there out. The second product I use is this kind of lint brush here also. If you can really see the fibers on this one also, these are kind of more of a stiff fiber on it. And after I go over with the paint pad, then I kind of circle around the record with the red lint brush there also. And I will find links to all these products and put them down in the video description. So just to give you an idea of what we've got going on here, now we're actually going to physically clean the record with the solution we just made. Got my squirt bottle here, we're ready to rock. Down on my, I'd always do this on my stove, but down on the stove here, I've got just a dish towel, as you can see right here, laid out flat. And on top of that, I have some rubber shelving liner here. Now what this stuff is it's just that real, bumpy rubber sort of liner here that you would line, like the shelves and your shelving in your cabinets in your kitchen with. And I've just got the record set right down on top of these two items. What I do, pop open the squirt bottle and just put a thin layer of solution around the outside like that. Then I take the paint pad that I showed you guys earlier and just kind of go around it like this. You want to be real certain that That solution gets in all of the grooves on the record, and you don't have to apply a lot of pressure. You can apply as much pressure as you want, but you just want to make sure that those bristles are really getting down into the grooves of the record, because that's where all the debris, dust, microscopic dust that you can't see, that's micron small, that's where that stuff resides, and the solution and these bristles are going to get that out. Just give it a good once or twice over there, making sure you've got solution everywhere. Then I take the lint brush that I showed you guys earlier and just kind of wipe around the record with that as well. Again, these bristles on this brush are a lot firmer, more stiff. They're going to really clean anything that's on the face of the record off. This brush, this is great for getting off fingerprints, any kind of material that might be caked onto the face of the record. This brush is great for that. If the record's really dirty, you might have to do this once or twice. This is a brand new record. Even ones that are straight from the factory, I still clean. They sound a lot better. And then once you're done with that, flip and repeat. Once you've done cleaning your records, now you're going to have to store them. I always keep mine in a real high quality inner sleeve. There's a couple different options. I've used the disc keepers from Sleeve City before. Those are great. I also use the Mobile Fidelity master sleeves that you can see right here. These are great also. They keep static off the record. They keep any debris from getting onto the face of the record. And I just go with whatever has the best deal on Amazon. Sometimes the disc keepers are cheaper. Sometimes the master sleeves are cheaper. Personally, I don't really care which one I go with. I just go with whatever's a few dollars cheaper when I buy them online. For example, I just bought this record here. This is Too Much Guitar by the band Raining Sound. Great kind of punk garage record. Shout out to Nick for the recommendation on this guy. This one actually came with a real nice plastic static-free inner sleeve, so I don't have to worry about it. But you're going to want to store it in a real high-quality inner sleeve. I put mine in a real high-quality outer sleeve also, and then what I do is I store the record behind, thusly, to prevent ring wear from happening on the cover of the album jacket. And then always remember to store them vertically. You want to store them vertically, you store them horizontally, stack them up real high, they're going to get warped. Owning vinyl is not easy. Owning vinyl records is hard, it's expensive, and it is a painstaking process to get the best possible sound that you can out of your turntable and out of your records. And this is a cog in that process wheel that gets you to the best possible sound. You need to do this to remove the dust, the debris, any kind of oils, smudges that are on the surface of the records. Scratches are still going to be audible, but by doing this, you remove the static, you remove that debris, and a lot of that static is caused from the stylus coming in contact with dust and debris particles in the microscopic grooves of your records. You really need to do this process. Like I said, it's not easy. It's very time consuming, especially when you go to the record store and you come home with a stack of 20 LPs. You go on a shopping spree on eBay and you buy 30 records. This process is very time consuming, but it's very necessary. Presumably you're not just trying to be cool by owning records. You're somewhat of an audiophile and you're trying to get the best possible sound out of these vinyl records. And this is something you have to do. So hopefully you learned something during this video. Again, I'll leave some of the products that you need to do this process down in the video description. But tell me how you clean your records, if you clean your records. I know there's a lot of ways to do it. There's machines, there's the spin clean. There's a lot of different ways I've seen people use. This is just what I do. There are probably ways that work better, but for me, this works perfect. The records sound great, and all of the stuff that I bought to do this with cost a couple of bucks. So it really works great for me. Hopefully it'll work great for you too. Let me know how it works for you down in the description. Thanks.